Good day and welcome to Football Manager 21 with me, Cozza Bob, and it's the Football Manager Challenge, the Athletic, Ian McIntosh's brainchild, love child, and it's not going great. We have reached December the 31st. We are still in the job, although we are 6th. So we've done better than 30% of people. We are in a job. You can see the form is a bit ropey. We've lost the last two 1-0, and it's a bit sad. So, in the competitions, what have we been doing? We've been on a bit of decline in the league, which isn't good, a bit worrying. FA Cup, we were supposed to get the 4th round, we knocked out in the 1st round. We were supposed to get the 2nd round of the Carabao Cup, and we got knocked out in the 1st. We saw that in the last round, and the Port Vale game. If we go and find the Port Vale game, I'm sure we did quite well in that. And yeah, we absolutely smashed them, and then they had just one really good chance. Oh, and a missed penalty as well. Interesting. So yeah, not brilliant. Yeah, but we're doing okay. We concede every game at the moment. Just the one goal every game, but we always concede, and it's putting a lot of pressure on our forwards. Now, that means our forwards should be scoring lots if we're going to concede every game, and they're not. Chris Maguire, we've lost him for 3-4 months. That's a big loss because he was one of our most prolific players. He was coming inside, he always looked dangerous. Joe Gelhardt, whatever we want to call him. Gelhard, he's got really spiky hair, you can't see it here, but he does. He's been okay. Ross Stewart's been our primary striker. He's not been doing it. He's not been getting chances created. He's not scoring enough. So our goals per 90. Joe's there, Chris was there, Charlie, who's quite unhappy with me, and that's a story which I'll go into quickly. Actually, Dyer's scoring more than I would have thought, but he got 2 in his first 4 games, and he's not scored much since. So, anyway, goals are an issue. We should talk about our players that aren't staying at the club. So, Remy Matthews, he got upset that he wasn't playing. We played him 5 games in a row. He didn't do so well. So then he started whinging that he wasn't playing. So I said, "You can go if you want." He said yes. Dan Neil wants some football. Interesting for transfer. You've got a high ceiling. I should probably bring you to the first team and play you, because he's got a contract. And in fact, let's bring him to the first team now, because I've got a plan. Aidan McGeady, he was unhappy he wasn't playing that much. At the time, he was starting a few, coming off the bench for a few, sitting out a few, but he was very much involved. But then he got upset. So I said, fine, you can go, you're on 16 grand. And Shamrock Rovers are buying him on a free. Totally fine with that. I'm paying like 700, 800 quid of his, maybe 900 quid of his wages. That means that we're getting 15 grand off the wage bill a week, which is fantastic. Yeah, so that's kind of that. Not much else in movements in squads, other than Charlie Wick. Charlie Wick got unhappy. Now, I did have a crash just before we recorded this, and I had to go back. So we had a crash after the Accrington game, and we had to go back to the Oldham game. Now, what happened before the crash is that we went through against Oldham 2-1, we beat Hull 2-1, and we drew 3-3 with Accrington. And Charlie Wick played in all 3 games and scored in all 3. And he wasn't unhappy, he was fine, and everything was okay there. And we would have been 4 points better off. And if we look at our 4 points better off, would have put us on 40, and Hull would have had 3 less, so they would have been behind us on 39. So we would have been 3rd, and it would have looked a bit rosier. But it doesn't, because when we replayed the games, the results you see here are what happened. I actually let my assistant manager run this game, and with having 2 up top, we managed to score a shed load, and it made me think that maybe we need more than one formation. So we created new formations. This is the one we've been using. It kind of transformed into being a bit more attacking. We were always positive. The attacking width went a bit wider and whatnot. So we've decided to pull that back to when it was a bit more successful. The attacking width is a bit more standard. We're playing a bit more balanced. And this is going to still be our main formation. We are going to just try and see how we go with this, because we do dominate games. We just concede in the odd one through individual errors and not scoring enough. To help us score more, we've got a new formation, but before that we've got our defensive formation. For the occasional time that we're really struggling, we can maybe drop into this and just sort of see out a storm, see how it goes. And our attacking formation, which we have no familiarity for, which we do need to train up. We've got 2 up fronts, we've got wingers, we've got 2 there. Floated crosses to our target man. So yeah, that's kind of what we're going to move to. I'm going to see if that can work, but we do need to train it up. So our training has got that as a primary tactic trained. We are going to put match tactics in more often so we can get there, and we're going to have to micromanage the next couple of games and do our best. Charlie Wick, not training well. That's sad. Okay, so that's kind of the last thing we need to look at is Mr. Neil. People want to buy him. He's got potential, but Grant has been one of our most disappointing players. Him along with Bailey Wright, who I was expecting to be my best centre-back, and he's failed to perform. It's been Benny and Tom Flanagan have been my partnership, and they really have been doing well. And when Bailey's come in, and I've tried to give him chances, he's just not performed as well. But yeah, that's fine. Sanderson's done alright when he's been called upon. But yes, Grant, he doesn't do well as the attacking playmaker or deep line playmaker defend. His stats say he should be decent. He's got the stats in the right places. He just doesn't do as well as our mate. His ability's dropping off. So we're going to try and shift him in this transfer window. He's got a lot of wages and he's a team leader, so this could be bad. Or I might just stop playing him and just try and keep him happy. We'll see. But I think I will try and introduce Dan Neil to the team. See if coming off the bench he plays well and his stats go up, because with just training alone his stats are going up. So yeah, we'll see. I don't like Jovial as a aspect of himself, but just Josh Scowen, his stats are good, he's a good age, and he's not been playing well, and he's down as a fringe player, so we can maybe drop him out a bit. And especially with Carl Winchester, who we've not been able to get on the pitch much. He hasn't done much when he's come off the bench, so maybe we'd give up on him. He wants to go out on loan, so we'll try that. But yeah, that's kind of where we are with the team. We need a striker. We maybe need another winger, because Jack Diamond, he's not been playing much. He's not been doing great. Jordan Jones, he's been disappointing. We've really tried to play him the last few games because he'd been injured quite a lot. And his explosive pace and flair and things like that, it's not really done much for us. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, catch me in a while. It's going to be the end of the season. We'll come back on YouTube then. However, I do stretch. I always stretch before playing football. But I do stream on Twitch. So catch me there. Kozabob on Twitch. I'm on Twitter. Links for that will be in the description too. And yeah, Kozabob. Just Kozabob. I think Twitter is Bob Koz if you actually react. But yeah, you'll find me. You'll find me. You should find me. I'm nice. I try to be at least. Anyway, right. I will catch you on stream or here on YouTube. Cheers for watching and adios. Bye.